Romans chapter 8. We're going to read beginning at verse number 18. I know. I know up in here. I know. We're going to read verses 18 through 25. God, I thank you. Verse number 18, I'm reading from the King James. If you have it, would you read with me? For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who hath subjected the same in hope, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body. For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for? But if we hope for that which we see not, then do we with patience wait for it. May I talk to you from this general subject? I want to talk to you about the hour of travail. And I want to use as a subtopic for just a few minutes as the Lord leads. And I heard the Lord say this to me as we were flying over last night. The Holy Ghost says, enough. God, would you squeeze somebody's hand? Don't hurt the ring finger. Just squeeze the hand a little bit and tell them God said enough. Hug them as you take your seat in the Bando Bashe. I don't think that there are too many people that are sitting here that don't have the sense that something extraordinary is happening right now. Would you just, I feel like crying, I really do. Just lean on somebody and say something extraordinary is happening right now. There were some things that I needed a prophecy for 5 years ago. I don't even need you to prophesy to me now. I mean, it's good if God lays it on you, but I don't need a prophecy right now because there's something in my belly. I know you're going through some stuff on the outside, but somebody understands what I'm saying. Something way down in your spirit is saying, in spite of the hell that I'm going through on the outside, God, there is an expectation. There is a breakthrough. There is something awesome that is about to come. My spirit knows it. I can't understand it. My circumstances are saying something altogether different. But way down in my belly, I feel change. Shamaya. For those of you that need a sign, let me give you a sign. Let me give you a strange sign. Over the last year or so, nature has been going crazy. My family and I moved into Florida on a full-time basis, and we're back and forth between Pittsburgh, trying to develop the church there in Florida. But we moved into Florida in August, and we celebrated our marriage there, and Bishop Turner came down and all that. Wonderful, 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 wonderful time moving into Florida. But our greeting to Florida was Hurricane Charlie, Hurricane Francis, Hurricane Ivan, and Hurricane Jean. And I had the privilege, the dubious privilege, of being right in the eye of a hurricane. Ready to go back to Pittsburgh, you know what I'm saying? Then in December, God, I think, out of nowhere, water comes rushing up out of the sea at 500 miles an hour. Is there anybody here? And the people in its path didn't know it was coming, had no clue it was coming, and were not fast enough to get out of its way. I wish I had a praying church. Thousands of people lost their lives because of tsunami. I want you to stick a pin in tsunami. Look at somebody, say, stick a pin in tsunami. Then as we came into this year, some crazy stuff has happened. Never saw it before, where a whole city in the United States of America, God, virtually wiped out in a moment. Oh, God. And think about it. There's Rita, there's Stan, there's Wilma. Oh, God. And Alpha and Beta. And an earthquake that rocks India, Afghanistan, and Pakistan, and over 50,000 people. I wish I had somebody in California. To lose their lives, and thousands more are injured. And now we're faced with the possible spread of avian flu. Look at somebody say, and it goes on. I'm going to preach in a minute, I think. As tough as we think we are, and as much technology as we think we have, and as smart as we think we are, if nature freaks out, oh, I wish I had some help. If nature really freaks out without God's help, you are in big trouble. Everybody's been looking at the negative side of all of this, and certainly we should look at it, and we should be sensitive, and we should be prayerful. But I need you to hear something. The Holy Ghost told me to tell you that there's another side of this. And nature, in its freaking out, is trying to tell you something. Somebody throw your hand up and say, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. In this particular text, God, I thank you. Paul says, nature itself has been groaning in travail. And it's not just a negative thing. It's only negative, oh God, for those that don't know God. But for those of us that know Jesus, nature is trying to tell you that you're about to break forth. Look at somebody and say, nature's got a message for you. Nature's trying to tell you your adoption, your manifestation is about to show up. I wish I had somebody to raise your voice and give God a shout. Nature is saying, as you go, so I go. Is there anybody here? Nature is saying to you that what happens to you is happening to me. And nature is trying to say to you that the upheaval in the natural realm is saying to you that there's an upheaval that is going on in the spirit realm. Look at somebody, say, I'm about to bust loose. I'm about to bust. I wish I had a shout in church. I wish I had a party in church. Tsunami is trying to tell you suddenly. Come on, tell somebody suddenly. Hey, hey, hey. Oh God, I thank you. Katrina's trying to tell somebody it's time. Oh, look at somebody, say it's time. Come on, say it again, it's time. Stan is trying to tell somebody. Now watch this. Jesus says, he says, there's going to come a point at which Shammai, nation shall rise against nation. Oh God. He said there's going to come a time when fathers are going to be beating up on the kids. Oh God, help us. Yeah. Mamas are going to be forsaking the very seed, the very fruit of their bodies. Jesus said earthquakes and pestilence and all of those things are going to come. But check it out. He said, don't get caught up in the depression. Don't get caught up in the tension. Don't get caught up in the tragedy. Don't get caught up in the disaster. When you see these things coming to pass, look up. Oh, I wish I had a praying church. Look up. Come on, tell somebody your redemption is right at the door. There's a suddenly that's about to break forth in your spirit. There's a deliverance. You are my passion, my soul.